Yeah, so today we have some brake rotors and pads. Got these from Repco and the RDA slotted and dimpled apparently. Um, yeah, they're really heavy, like much heavier than I thought they would be. But yeah, they probably weigh a good 10 kilos each. I'd actually put them on a scale and see if that's the case. But yeah, the box is heavy, like the box is getting ripped apart. Um, but yeah, apparently they weren't allowed to sell these to me, but they ordered them anyway, and yeah, couldn't get them through the register for some reason. And yeah, found out that they're a restricted item that you're not allowed to sell. No idea why, but whatever. It was the cheapest option. It's like $400 for a set, versus the other options, which were like $380 each. So yeah, who knows? And just got some basic brake pads. So I got some more bushes and stuff coming as well. So I've got to replace a few control arm bushings and a sway bar link and some other stuff. So we'll get into this tomorrow when the bushings arrive, and yeah, get these replaced. And apparently they're all warped according to Petters, but yeah. Once you're about 100 k's an hour, you stomp your foot on the brake, you can definitely feel shudder. So yeah, do something with that tomorrow.
Alrighty, so I've got the wheel off. We're ready to start removing the brake caliper so we can get the rotor off and get the new one on. It looks pretty damn good. Probably gonna be the best brakes I've ever had. But we'll see. So behind the caliper, we've got one bolt there. And you got a nut which has a sleeve that comes through and holds the caliper on. And as you do undo the nut, undo the bolt, the nut moves, and yeah, that one does not want to come out. Hopefully it is it's a 17. Yes, it is. Well, the front part is holding this while we're turning that. There we go. Now we should be able to remove the caliper. Never had these off since I've owned the car, so it should be interesting to see what they're like. Someone painted them. Never let your caliper hang down. Always put it up somewhere, ideally zip tight to the spring or something, because yeah, these, as they get older, they just stretch and they rip, and the last thing you need is one of those lines splitting apart while you're under brakes. It's a big disaster. So the pads actually look really good. They must have been replaced recently, or at least recently before I got the car, because yeah, they look brand new. They're a gold color on the back. No idea what brand they are. Can't see any brand identifiers at all. So whatever. But all I know is they produce a lot of carbon, because yeah, every time I clean my car after about 10-15 kilometers, the wheels are covered in carbon. So either way, we'll replace them. Should grab the flathead screwdriver. What does this one say on it? No, nothing on that one either. So no idea what brand they are. I mean, they work fine, but the actual rotor is warped. very slightly, and yeah, it shudders under brakes. You can't see it if you turn it, but apparently, I got the test done from Betters, and it failed the ovality test or whatever the hell it is. Measures if your rotors are warped or whatever, and yeah, it failed it. So here we are. Whether or not it's the case or not is a different story. Now these should move pretty freely. Now that definitely needs to be cleaned and greased again. That's, yeah, looks horrible. This one's a little bit tighter. Yeah, same deal. We'll clean them, some brake cleaner, wipe them over and apply some new grease to it. See if we can't clean the channels in here, the top one and the bottom one there. Just make sure things are going to be moving nicely. So grab a rag, give them covered in brake. Yeah, cut. So we'll remove this bracket as well. So this bracket's got to come off so we can get the rotor off. Maybe 2 17s in the back here. Might need a breaker bar, but yep, and a carpal tunnel from that. Yeah. Alright, so the only thing stopping the rotor coming off now is the screws on the front of it. So that screw there and that screw there. So I have one of these screwdrivers with a like a bolt head on the end of it, which makes life really easy, but I know these are loose because I tried them before and yeah, they weren't very tight, but sometimes they can be a bit stubborn. But it's a number 3 Phillips head, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, big ass head on it. Then we should be able to get a hammer and knock that off. I was hoping it would just slide off, but nope. Gonna line up that one and that one with that one and that one. So it should be like that. Tuck those Phillips head screws in. Hold the rotor in place. Make life a bit easier. Really, you just gotta give it a bit of a tap each direction, because as you tap it, find the screws will get looser. So keep doing that till they tighten up and they don't get any tighter. Don't want to be hitting it with a damn hammer. Now these don't need to be super tight, but they need to be tight enough that the rotor's not going to move around on you. Because obviously the wheel's going to sit on there and it's going to push on the rotor to the hub anyway, so these really just help locate everything. And yeah. Now, I betcha I put these on the wrong way, so I'm just going to check the orientation because these obviously have slots in them. I need to make sure that the slots are going the right way, which looks like it is, but I'm just going to check it. Alright, so we're going to force this caliper open. This is a little longer, but I'll do that or whatever. I bet you it's going to be an 8mm, not 10mm. Yeah, bastard. Grab the 10 mil. Give her an 8 mil. Right. So I cracked the bleed screw just a little bit. Put a rag underneath there because it's going to spray some fluid out. And you can pretty much do it by hand if your calipers are pretty free. But what we'll do is chuck one of these old pads in here. Does she fit? Get that last bottom bit in, that'll be nice. Clean this mess up before it seeps in. Now, why is that bottom bolt not going in enough? Now, these here, I don't know if they need to go back in. Because, yeah, I mean, I guess they probably wouldn't help. I think it's probably like anti-squeal. So we'll just chuck them back on. Just to be safe. Here's a cutout for them, not that it does a hell of a lot. And bend them a little bit. Sure, what's going on here? Okay, and that's done. Now just give the rotor a bit of a spray down. I'm gonna get a grease on there. And she should turn 4. Interesting. It's weird that it gets tight there. Could be that the rotor's not fitting flat enough yet, because obviously the wheel's got to go on and force it in. Yeah, we'll see. Hope it's not that my axle's bent, or the front hub's bent or something like that. That'd be annoying. Maybe I just replaced the rotors for no reason. Alright, just gonna go get some fresh air away from this brake cleaner and I'll be back. Alright, let's chuck the wheel back on. So, I'm not gonna worry about bleeding it right now. I'm gonna do the other side first and then we'll bleed them at the same time. So, just put the wheel back on. Alright, I got one side done. I think good. Doesn't take long, it's just a pain in the ass. Very, very messy job. But yeah, I really hate how they've painted these. I wish they were just silver. But yeah, I'll probably take them off in a couple of weeks and just paint them black or something and yeah, so just caliper. Yeah, I just thought I'd wipe down the brake dust and the wheels come up pretty good. So the brake dust protects the wheel. Obviously there's a few little scratches. But yeah, those rotors hiding there pretty damn well. So now that I've got the wheel on, it's not grabbing as you turn. So it's probably just the rotor wasn't on flush with the hub. So anyway, we'll do the next one. I'll probably just smash the next one out and then we'll move into the bleeding of the brakes.